whenever you whenever you start to notice that you're starting to suppress your needs, your desires, you're crossing your own boundaries for someone else, and it's not in a sacrificial way, like maybe even in a relationship, sef, there is a certain level it will get to that you know that you are being manipulated, or you are being a people pleaser. You're just, if you notice that, whenever something happens and you don't want to confront it, you don't want to speak on it because, you don't want the person to be annoyed, you don't want the person to be angry, you don't want the person to act in a certain type of way. Yeah, people pleasing, Was it a chocolate cake?
No, it was strawberry and vanilla. The cake was so nice.
No, that's mad. Nice, nice,
Imagine us
nice.
starting season 3 talking about cake. I think this season is going to be sweet. Hello, guys, and welcome to season 3 and another episode of the 20s Talk podcast. It's been a minute, and we've missed you guys. I know you've missed us all. And for a moment there, we're like, are we ready? Are we ready to come back? But then again, we are here, we are back, and we are ready. And today in the studio, I have all the hosts with me. I have Abba's baby, I have Champion, I have Kojo. You guys say hi. Come on, come on, come on. Hype the guest up. I say hype the I say guests. Hype our people, our listeners up.
Hi.
Typical Abba baby.
Excuse you. What's that? What's that? We're starting the season on that note.
You were like, oh my god, everybody's hyped. You didn't ask me if I'm ready to come back, but hi.
Hey, Chibo. See, when we
Hi
are signing the
guys.
contract for you to come back, when you saw the money, you signed though. You signed and you saw the money, but now you did not ask me.
Should I talk? Okay. Yes, I'm hyped. Hi guys. Oh my god, I missed everybody.
Hey guys. It's good to
Please,
be back.
nobody should call for us. There was nobody involved. Oh my days. But it's seriously nice to be back. What have you guys been up to? Like, what has been happening? We entered a new year. Because I know the last time we all were together, like recording, it was last year, even though we dropped some episode this year. But basically, we've not actually recorded this year. These are our first, like, official meeting on set together. So, how has it been, Abbas baby? How has it been for you? Like, what has this year been like? What has it been like for you?
I was baby again. It's been good. It's I can't believe we're already in March. It's like ciao, we're in March. But yeah, it's been good. It's been everything has been moving fast, I think, personally. So but I'm good. Nothing crazy. I haven't been up to much lately, just same old, same old. But yeah, I've been good.
Oh, that's so good to hear. So it's been good, basically. Kojo, what about you? What's been popping now? Because I know you've been in uni, Lorry, and I know you resumed school. Was it last year, I think, or this year? But I know you've sharp been there. What's been popping generally, apart from school and all?
Hmm. Hmm. Ojú mi ti rí lọ́sàn-án Ramadan o. Wọ́n ń gbóúnjẹ wá mi ò nílé ìjẹun o. Do you understand the song? But yeah, it's been fun. Hi guys, how you all doing? This is Kojo. I've been good. To the glory of God, I've been shining. My skin they glow, my face they show, my shoe they shine. Do you understand? We just came back
Your
from the
head,
field.
your head still shine too.
You know,
Oh,
you they like cast matter. You they like cast matter. You they like cast matter. You this champion of a boy. But yeah, I shaved my head.
oh,
That's one of the things that happened to me this year. I shaved my head. But
wow.
yes, so yeah, that's what's been up. And then school has been, when
Big
you get
man
to
too.
a level, when you get to a level, school don't actually concern you
I'm
again.
sorry, champion, please.
But yeah, Sha, so
It's
everything
a
is
big
cool
man
here.
thing now.
No, it's the
No
way you
man
just
now.
popped in and be like big bad thing, and then it's out of like okay, yeah.
Hype
Mm-hmm.
man. hype man. But yeah, everything is good. This side is we're jiggy with it. We're jiggy with it.
Oh wow! So
Yeah,
basically,
man.
Kojo has been having a long time. Anyway, Kojo this season, his name is Shine Bobo because everything is
Oh,
shining with him. His head, his GPA, everything is just shining. His birthday is New Year. So Shine Bobo, how you doing now? Anyway, that's enough of Shine
But the
Bobo.
thing is, that
Let's
name
move on to
will
you.
not stick. Guys, Dotun is trying so hard to give people nicknames on this podcast
Yeah, but
because
see, funny enough,
he
I feel
has
like
been the one that has like
I don't even want to even give anyone nickname. I just thought of it, Shine Bobo, and it's given. Anyway, champion, how have you been? Defender of the
It's not
universe, how have you
giving
been?
anything. It's not
hmm,
giving anything.
at all. Let me tell him. So yeah, how's Champion been? Champion
Well,
has been well. Champion has been alive. He has been living life, you know. Yeah, I've been well. I've been around. Been busy trying to put one and two together. Basically, that is the long
Trying
and
to
short
make the
of it.
bread. Trying to
You
make the
not
bread
bread
in
understand?
trying
it.
to put
oh
one and
wow.
two together. That sounds very fatherly. Wow. Okay.
I'm a father now. I'm a father.
Sorry, I
I'm
Breadwinner
a
forgot.
father
for
now. I'm a young father.
Okay, love it.
Oshe Abraham.
bread,
Oh,
breadwinner energy. I like it. I like it. Honestly, I like it. To be very honest, this year has been sweet. Glory be to God. This year has been lovely. It's come of definitely every year comes with its ups and downs. This has been hard, especially in Nigeria. Nigerians have been. I don't want to call this the most difficult time, but this has been one of the most difficult time for every Nigerian. But then again, it's just been God's mercy rather. So basically, we're going to be jumping right into our topics for what we're going to be discussing this season, this episode. We did not want to bore you guys too much or like come on strong. But then again, we always think about like we Gen Zs and what have you, and a lot of people always want to fit into the crowd and always like want to have friends because having friends is something that is good. Everybody needs friends. Nobody is an island. And at the end of the day, people end up becoming people pleasers. You understand what I'm saying? Like they don't even know how they even do it. They just like it's just like part of them. It just happens. Like they just tend to always want to keep the peace, just wants to keep their head down, even when they're hurting. And I don't know. I noticed why I actually thought of this was I noticed it among like few people that have been around. Like even when some people are not comfortable with things, I can understand. Like even against injustice, you see people because their friends or maybe people they like are around there and they just want to like prove a certain point or like I don't even know the concept about it, but you just see them tending to support what they don't even believe in. So okay, champion, what did you feel? What do you feel about? What do you feel about that?
So people pleasing is crazy, but I think it all stems, yeah, like you said, it stems from the idea of wanting to be accepted, which I also think it's a form of like self-sabotaging in a way. You get, because like if you believe in your source, if you trust yourself, you would not want to like sacrifice your needs, your wants to fit into every crowd you get. So
Mm-hmm.
self-sabotaging is sorry, what's it called? People pleasing is a form of self-sabotaging because it doesn't favor you in any. You get,
Mm-hmm.
you you just end up, and it could be in like the littlest form. It could just be in doing things for people that they do not appreciate, and you keep on doing it just because you do it for them. You get, sometimes you need to call things out. You get, because so that at some point you might say that, oh, okay, you're cool with it, but all of a sudden you just find yourself feeling some form of resentment to them, to yourself. And sometimes the people that you're trying so hard to please are so oblivious to the fact that you even exist, or that you are trying so hard to make them happy. You get, so ultimately you have to choose yourself, man. If doing something if doing some things does not like sit well with you, or you don't feel up for it, drop it. So if anybody that calls your friend, that calls you their friend, is willing to sacrifice your relationship over, maybe you did not do something for them, you did not send them money, you did not any whatever form of service it is,
Hmm.
then maybe that relationship was basically just transactional from
Exactly.
the
But then
get
again,
go.
it all boils down. You said transactional. Don't you feel like all relationships are transactional? It might not be like transaction, but I feel like every relationship is transactional in a way. It might not be
Yeah, yeah,
like you
yeah.
don't.
Okay, let me put it like this. If the transactions that are going down in the relationship never seems to benefit you,
Mm-hmm.
you deep now.
Period. Period. I
Yeah.
support that. What I feel basically, and guy, is that most people, at the end of the day of pleasing people, I feel like it all boils down to self-esteem and just you
Basically,
understand. So many people don't even have like that courage. Like I must say courage, but they are never. I just finished watching this new Funke Akindele movie, Finding Me, and in that movie, like the lady did not even see herself as spoiler alert. Emma Bino, spoiler alert.
we're
She
probably not going to see the movie, so
some people might want to
continue.
see it, like listeners and stuff. That's what I'm just
Okay,
saying.
okay,
So
sorry. Yeah, it's not-
you understand? So she did not even believe she was beautiful. You understand? And then her husband knew this. You understand? And he kept on riding on this wave. He kept on talking down on her body, shaming her. You understand? And she always tried so much to kind of like want to satisfy him, just to make him happy. You understand? Even at the detriment of her own. It got to a point that she lost a very important position, all because she wanted to satisfy her husband. And still, this man was not even acknowledging her.
That's the thing. They never they when you that's basically what sometimes the government tries to even do. Some governments, when you've oppressed a person and you know the tools you are using to oppress and suppress this person, you would not want
Mhm.
to let the person go now. So when they found out that, oh, this person has self-esteem problem, they suffer from like low
Yeah.
self-esteem, and I can ride on that to make them
Mhm.
my toy,
Be-
basically. Oh, they'll ride on it. So yeah, people pleasing stems from a self-esteem problem also.
Mhm. And then it can also be hypocrisy, because some people are like, as they call them, eye servicers. Sorry to say, some people just want to I don't know, try to make
I
like to so
I
people see.
I
It all boils down to self-esteem at the end of the day.
but yeah, but I do not feel people pleasing and eye service or hypocrisy are two different things, sha. They are like
Hmm.
two different things. Eye service, the
But yeah.
person knows what he wants to gain out of it. People pleasing, the
Hmm.
person is basically doing it for like attention, or you're
That's
either
what I'm
doing it to
saying.
gain the person's attention, or I know that is a form of benefit too in a way, but like I feel eye service is way more is different, sha. I feel they're both different, sha.
Some people do eye service for attention to, do you know, just to notice me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a whole discourse. Let's bring it. Kojo, what do you feel about people pleasers?
Okay. Good afternoon. Sorry. Where did everybody again?
Take it up.
Where did everybody again? So my 2 cents on the whole people pleasing thing is that for the
Mhm.
onset, it is based on, I wouldn't say trauma, but
Hmm.
it's deeper than the surface. If you
Maybe
understand what I mean,
by.
like there is a lot
Mhm.
underneath causing said people pleasing. Now, for a great example, people that are people pleasing, people that always want people to be happy with them, because that's basically it. You don't want to be on anybody's bad side. Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You're always, when everybody
Yeah, I
needs
understand.
something, you are there. You want to be on everybody's side. You want everybody to be like, oh, this person. It stems from a place of neglect. It stems from a place of
Hmm.
neglect. Let's say, because I feel like, yeah, when that person was growing up, or when the person was at a certain age, they didn't get that kind of attention. So when they got to the stage that they are now, they saw that a little people noticed them for a little bit that they were doing, and then that feeling, they hadn't exactly felt it before. So they felt, okay, you know what, now that I'm having this, now that people actually see me this way, why don't I capitalize on this? Why don't I keep doing it so that everybody would keep on loving me, so that I can keep on riding that high. She gets. So I feel like people
Yeah.
pleasing, it's not something that they just get up and do. You get, it is stemmed from
Yeah.
a place of upbringing. It's deeper. The roots are deeper, and then it comes from lack of self-worth. They find their worth in people. You get what the people are saying about them. Well, oh, this person, for example, oh, Kojo, if you need anything, Kojo is there for you. Just ask Kojo anything. You get. So I feel accomplished when people say that. I don't even know, I don't care whether they are using me to death. I don't care whether they are draining me. As long as they keep telling me that, oh, Kojo is actually very, very useful. That is all I want to hear. So that's like my own take on the whole thing. It is not just something that happens. It is stemmed from a place of neglect. They felt neglected. It happens in relationships to a lot. That have you know
Yeah,
that
it
people,
does.
exactly, people date because the person needs them. They feel needed. They want to be needed. They want the person to need them. They want the person to be the reason, like, oh, I need this. Okay, you have helped me do it. That's why some of, I'm sorry to say this, but some of this our wife, it is from this people pleasing. Because the guy, yeah, because the guy's friends are telling you, oh, our wife, he enter your head. You are now washing plates, you are washing clothes for him and his friends.
Mm,
You are cooking 3 course meal every day. In the morning, afternoon, and night, you will cook food, put inside cooler, like that, in 3 different places. It all stems from a place of neglect. That is what I say. Now, it is not this. It's not the same for everybody. I also need to add that, but I feel like
yeah.
that is a key factor.
More
A
often
factor that,
than not, it's
yes,
usually that.
yes, yes, yes. That is it. That's exactly what I want to say. But yeah,
To be very honest, I feel like the whole people pleasing thing is a very broad what's it called, a broad topic. So I want to like even like, well, that's why I want us to digress on like the Gen Z's, like, because we still have people pleasers in Gen Z. So what do you think would be like with us as people, you understand, with us, like with everything about us, you understand, like what do you think could be like the main reason why we actually love pleasing people? Champion, are you with me? Like that kind of thing, like a lot of people, you know, like
Yeah.
we know better. We go against so many norms, you understand? But yet still we still have like, I say yet still, still we still have like people pleasers within us. So that is like our main center. We don't care about the millennials. They have done their part. We have God.
The major reason is both of the things I and Kujo has spoken about. One is trauma. Another one is the feeling of, or the wanting of acceptance you get, that I've seen and even experienced, and witnessed, that caused people pleasing. I've been a people pleaser before, you get, and
Yeah,
looking
I
back,
have too.
what yeah, so and looking back, what I wanted was acceptance, a feeling of being wanted, needed. To
Hmm.
it feels nice now to know that, oh yes,
Mm-hmm.
you do this thing very well for this person, and they will now shower you with so much praise, and you feel like, oh, I'm so very important. But it is
Mm-hmm.
it is is sometimes it can be even manipulative, and sometimes the person
Yeah.
doesn't even know that this is what is happening. They're not like
Hmm.
intentionally doing it. You get?
Hmm. Yeah.
It's just sometimes it could just be from one end. You're trying so hard to please
Mhm.
somebody, and the person doesn't even
Yeah.
see your effort. Then at the end, you get like frustrated. You get so it could be either way, but like
Yeah.
yeah, those are the two very core reasons I can think of or I have seen play out. Another thing I would say is hmm yeah, all the benefits. Another thing I would say is the financial gain that might come with it, or maybe status that
Hmm.
might come with it. Because you find people that will hang around people that are maybe influential or have a bit of money, and they
See,
will do whatever the
this
person
people
asks
pleasing thing,
of them.
especially for our Gen Z people, it goes so as little as okay, you so during service, there were a couple of guys that, of course, some had cars, some were bringing their parents' cars. You understand? And because of these people, like were mobile, some
Mm.
people were doing. You understand that kind of energy? You don't want to
Yeah.
put it that way, but you understand. And then in my mind, I'm like, is it because this person have no judgment? But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they
So
were
it's
doing it,
like
they were not even known. Like normal things that normal people, and this don't just go for one gender alone. Normal things that normal people like do to them, and they will like get upset. As we do it, stop now, look up, and I'm like, excuse you.
whenever
That's
you
very
whenever
funny.
you whenever you whenever you start to notice that you're starting to suppress your needs, your desires, you're crossing your own boundaries for someone else, and it's not in a sacrificial way, like maybe even in a relationship set, there is a certain level it will get to that you know that you are being manipulated or you are being a people pleaser. You're just, if you notice that, oh, whenever something happens and you don't want to confront it, you don't want to speak on it because, oh, you don't want the person to be annoyed, you don't want the person to be angry, you don't want the person to act in a certain type of way. Oh, yeah, people pleasing, people doesn't mean you have to be three, four, five, two people. You can be people pleasing one person. So yeah, just just
You're a person pleaser.
Yeah. I just wanted to add this here. It even goes a long way as even in conversations, you don't have your
yeah,
Mm,
own opinion. You don't have your own
mm,
opinion.
exactly that
Somebody will say
too.
one thing, you will side with that person. Another says another thing, you will side with that person. You don't have your own say. You because you don't want them to get offended. But then that is the point
mm,
of the discussion to know
mm.
where everybody stands. But then you
Exactly,
are
because I believe that no matter how similar our opinions are, your opinion is still your opinion. My opinion is
Yeah,
still my
exactly.
opinion. You understand? You hear people like any small thing, they are, I don't want to say this, but they are yes men. Like anything, yes. And it goes down to even friendship. Like you can be a people pleaser to your friends. That your friends, you don't correct them when they are wrong. Like I always say this, if I have a friend, like every single thing I say, every single thing like I face, the person is like, yes, you're right. That person is not my friend. That
you
person
get
is just mad. I'm going to be raw and say that person is an ass licker. Sorry to say. There is something that person is waiting for, or that person don't really like you. That person just want to see your destruction at the end of the day.
exactly
Because your friend, you can always be right. It's not possible. So
I feel
and then
it also boils down to the fact that a lot of people don't know how to handle confrontations or arguments in this our country. If I'm coming to you that, oh, I do not like this particular thing, or I maybe don't agree with this idea, it is not a confrontation on your intelligence, on your personality, or I'm calling you, but that is what a lot of people take it as. And that in itself too is not good, because I think that has also made a couple of people to just be calm about it, be calm about certain things. But in as much as we're talking about people pleasing, let's also talk about the fact that people should learn how to handle confrontations or arguments, because there's this saying I saw on Instagram that like you cannot have a healthy relationship, right? Be it friendship, be it romantic, right? Without confrontation, because if there's no if there are no confrontations or arguments from time to time, it means that one person is sacrificing their self, in the sense that they are sacrificing things they agree upon. Because there's no way that you tell me that everything you like, the person likes it too. Everything
Exactly.
you want to do, the person wants to do it too. So the fact that they are not saying anything, you self, you should check it. It means that maybe they are sacrificing themselves, or they are people pleasing. So in as much
Or
as
they are
we're
just
talking about people
lying.
pleasers, or they are just lying, let's also talk about, noticing the signs and handling confrontations better.
Abbas, if you want to ask you a question, will you call non-confrontational people pleasers?
Yeah. Depends on the situation, but I feel like most times, yeah, because um, even me personally, I think like the whole people pleasing topic, it
Mm-hmm.
kind of hits home because even when I think it was Kojo or Champion, I was talking about like I was talking about like conversations, and I genuinely don't like when people don't like me. Like, what do you mean you don't like me? Like, so like I've always been very much like into the whole, you know what, yeah, it's fine, whatever, like whatever you say goes. Like I really try not to say too much about my own opinion, which I'm working on. I know it's not I'm not I know it's not good, but I'm like working on that. Like, but like confrontation, wow, English. Confrontational wise, I feel like if you are someone who, I know there are times where you can just be quiet to de-escalate the situation, but there are also times where you have to like make your points known. There are also times where you have to like stand up for yourself and just like, not necessarily in a rude way. Like, you can be very like chill about it and more civilized about it, like and still make your points made, or like put your points across. So I feel like you not confronting someone is because it's either you are trying not to be trying to like make the person not offended with you, or like you're trying to keep that like I said, me personally, you're trying to be cool with the person. Like, it's just it still goes back to the whole people pleasing topic. And like, I think I didn't get a chance to like
Mm.
talk about my own idea of people pleasing. um I feel like everybody's like what everybody said is literally, it just encompasses everything,
Okay,
because
okay.
like I
Can
said,
you just like give us like a brief? Can you give us like a brief, like what you know, like what people pleasing means to you, like your own analogy?
yeah, like that's what I'm just saying. I mean, like, everybody has said
Okay.
everything. Like, I feel like everybody has said, because like I said before, there are different facets to this, there are different like angles to this, because people can be people pleasers because of their attention, people can be people pleasers because of their childhood, like things they
Mm.
went through, maybe they didn't feel accepted. People can do it just because they want to get something from me. Like, there are different reasons why people do it, but I feel like personally, why I think I did it, or why I feel like yes, I'm still struggling with these guys, don't come for me. But like, why I feel like I personally I'm still like struggling with that is just because of like, at some point in my life I felt like I wasn't really in tune with my mates, like people around
Mm.
me. I just felt like I wasn't enough to be in the spaces with them. I felt like they were like in a whole different angle altogether. Like, I just felt too, you know what I mean? Like, I just felt not enough to be there. So whenever I got the chance to be with them, whenever I got the chance to be amongst them, I just tried to like, okay, you know what, let's just, yeah, a success. You've been accepted. Just allow it now. Don't do too much. Like, don't
Mm.
overdo. Do you know what I mean? So you're like cutting down on your
Yeah,
words.
you're
You're
trying
thinking
to
about what you're
stay on their good
saying.
grace.
Yeah, yeah, like, okay, what should I say?
Mm.
What should I not say? Like, okay, let's go this place. Yeah, I'm going. Like, you're seeing them encroaching into your boundary, and you're saying like, yeah, I'm cool with it. But
Mm.
you're not supposed to be cool with
That's
it, but you're
good.
cool with it because like you want to be there. So I feel like everybody has different reasons why they do it. It's not, I'm not doing it because like, oh, I want to be on your good side, and then one day I'm going to use that against you and say, yeah, give me this argument. No, like, I was only just doing it because I felt like I needed to be needed, right? But like, I think
Yeah, yeah.
now I'm just kind of like learning to. I'm trying to learn, like, drawing the line between like helping people. People can just be genuinely people that like to help. There are people that just genuinely like value, helping people and just loving people. But I mean, like, there's a place where you now have to start drawing the line between helping, valuing, loving, and like sacrificing your own, overly sacrificing your own self for like other people's like what's it called, well-being or whatever, like prioritizing others need, which is good to prioritize others need. But I mean, like, there are some times where you need to cut back on that and be like, yeah, it's my time, I have to like stand up for myself, because at the end of the day, there's only one life we have. Like, so I think what I'm just doing is just reiterating what everybody has said. But that's basically it. I feel like the angle I'm coming from is just the angle of trying to be overly loved because you felt like you've been accepted into a place and you don't want to go back to where you felt like you are coming from. That makes sense. But yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and I believe that a lot of people pleasers at the end of the day later have issues with boundaries, because when you're a people pleasers, people will tend to encroach on things you won't normally accept, but all in the name of trying not to offend your certain group or certain friend because you want to fit in. You tend to sacrifice some things, you tend to censor yourself, and it's just a whole lot of bad self-love. Like, it's the opposite of self-love, like self-hate at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But one thing I
And
respect
like in
about,
workplace too, I feel like
yeah, I'm listening.
now though. Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
No, 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 I wanted to
No, go
just say
ahead,
like
go ahead.
now though, like in when you're talking about like the work scene and the work culture, like
Hmm.
um right now I feel like the Gen Zs in like workspaces, they are really like standing up for themselves. They're actually doing
Exactly,
what is
exactly.
good for them in those places.
Hmm.
So it's like that
Like,
I understand, that I actually like, I feel like is a good trajectory, like we're going to like a good space, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
if
And the
there's
thing is,
anything,
a lot of people
yeah,
get paid when they will not say, "Oh, this young person has come again," because like in most
bro.
workplaces, right, if
Mm-hmm.
there's an oppressive boss, and let's say they are millennials or whatever, and maybe older people, let's just use older people, and they've been taking the boss's excesses, they've been swallowing it. Then you as a Gen Z now speaks up. They will be the older people that work under that same boss will be more angry than the boss self, because they are like, who are you to think that you can speak up when we've been here for how many years and we've been taking this man's insult and everything. But like, if you actually do not speak up, yeah, in a workplace that you're feeling oppressed, or you're forced to do things that does not sit well with you, rather, I feel it's also a form of people pleasing. I'm not saying be disrespectful, but sometimes you have to call out issues when you see it. And any reasonable boss, any reasonable leader will take constructive feedback
Fact.
any day than being than having yes men. You get, let me just say so. Even in workplaces, even in your businesses, whatever form, even if it's with leadership, give feedbacks. Like, give, if something is not right, you feel something is not right, say it out. Sometimes it might even be a test. The boss is trying to test you people and nobody's saying anything. So don't just be quick to swallow things, because like, I don't know who said it, but if you do not speak up now, if you do not like call out whatever it is now, you might have to endure it for the rest of the time you're going to be with that person. You get? So yeah, even in workplaces, not speaking up over your rights is a form of disservice to yourself, and is a form of people pleasing too.
Yeah, yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, so the bear, sorry, champion. I understand your point very well, but one thing we should also take into account in Nigeria, or in Africa per se is that people in power always prefer yes men to people that actually want to speak their mind. It goes down to the minutest of posts, even down to group leader and group members, in
It's
department. For
crazy,
example, now,
man. It's
do you
crazy.
get? I'm
No,
still a student
one
here.
thing I feel about what Kojo is saying is, I depend. One thing you should know how to do as a person also, apart from people, is to know how to read a room. See, no matter the kind of institution or firm you're working in, you already know the kind of nature they are. See, you cannot be a especially with all these like new fintech and what have you, progressive firms. I'm not talking about ministry and what have you, because those ones they are very backward. But then again, even Gen Zs are entering there and changing status quo. You understand? They are going there to prove people wrong. Although now they are like they don't even want Gen Zs anymore. But at the same point, you cannot sack them because it's government that employ all of you. But then you have to read the room. I mean, first of all, I'm not going to a work environment where, okay, and my opinions or you want me to be kissing your ass and not tell you the truth. You're wasting your time. I will leave that place. See, one thing you have to understand is if your work environment is toxic, no matter how much you're earning, you will not be productive. Productivity is not by how much you earn, it's by how much impact you make. You understand? When you're productive, you might make it the most money and you're the least productive. And one thing about those kind of environments is that you won't stay there forever. And when you leave, that's when you notice that, oh, you're actually behind though in the game, in the corporate field. So no matter where you are, forget Nigeria or anything. In Nigeria now, we are moving forward, especially with all these like new bosses. I'm not talking about ministries. Oh, sorry, let ministries not come for me, but I know I'm mentioning ministries a lot today. But then again, with the kind of like new generation of workers we have now, like people are calling out their bosses. Literally now, things people are not staying silent again. I know we still have like a very toxic work environment in Nigeria because even me during my service here, I experienced it. You understand? Although I could not really speak much because it was more like, you know, when like you entered somewhere based on someone's credit and you did not want to like, oh, just because that person, you didn't really want to like taint their name. So I just kept quiet. If I had entered there with my full legs by myself, um, but then again, I get what you're saying. People tend to want to like be in the right spot with our over what I call it? What I call it over good boyish or the boy is good, the girl is good kind of vibe. But then again, I would advise Gen Z, see, it's someone that started something. I think recently something has been trending on social media about this copper that was talking and then NYC was trying to shut her down. Mind you, when you go to NYC camp, they'll tell you they are not to post anything. They are not to post anything against Nigerian government. Honestly, they will tell you that you are not to do anything against the government, that you government this thing, government that one. But people are actually breaking the status quo because something is done a certain way does not mean that thing is right. Especially when it does in Africa in general, that doesn't feel right, and then we just tend to flow with it and believe it's good. Or am I wrong?
Okay, so Dotun, yeah, yeah, like a few things you said that I'd actually like to reiterate. Like, for example, with what you were saying, it has been what has been going on for a while. Do you get? Everybody knows it. It has been since time memorial. Like I was saying, with the yes men. No, but even now, firms that are happening now, no matter how close the workers are to their bosses, because I have my sister works in a firm. There, they don't refer to themselves with sirs and mas. It is straight up your first name. Do you get? Even as close as that kind of thing is, there are levels to the way that you would be able to um air out your grievances with them. Do you get? I feel like that is why HR is there, but then that's aside. So yeah, like I was saying, a lot of people prefer yes men because it is what they feel works best for them. Like I was saying, down to group members, some group leaders in I'm still in the uni now, yeah. Some group leaders want group members that won't question them. They want yes men. Now, I don't know if this rhymes with people pleasing, but yeah, people intentionally, like we've said, we already made points about how it is this thing, how it comes from a place of neglect And then how often than not, that is the reason why. So that when they get to those firms, because they want to excel, because they feel like that is the way they can grow, that is the way they can climb the ladder, they start kissing ass, they start doing overtime, they start doing more than was actually required of them to do. And at the long run, nobody actually send them. Nobody actually they look your face. You get, so I feel like with people pleasing, it does more harm to you as a person than to anybody, because you are just ruining yourself, you are wearing yourself down, and nobody respects a people pleaser. No matter how they will smile at you, nobody respects a people pleaser. Do you get? So I feel like we as a people, we as, like we keep saying that we are Gen Z, we need to come to a consensus of learning to say no, because that is the only
mm,
way we can stop the act. Because we've all been there. At a point, we have been people pleasers.
mm,
At a point, at one point or another, we have all been people pleasers. It might not be
yeah,
as conk or as elaborate as some others, but we have all been people pleasers in the tiniest of ways. We have that friend that we cannot say no to. We have that friend that
mm,
whenever they are talking about their opinions, we have to agree. We just have to accept, because we feel like, okay, they are cooler than us. So if they like us, then we are in the
mm,
big leagues. Do you get? So we need
mm.
to,
Yeah.
as a people, as a person, we have to come to that consensus of being able to say no, being able to stand on our own, being able to say no. I
Mm,
actually don't feel like doing it. It's as simple as friends. Friends will use your life. Oh God of mercy, friends. They will take advantage of you like mad, and
mm,
you will not know. They will take
mm,
advantage because they know the kind of person you are. I feel like that was what I was saying before I was cut short. When it comes
mm,
to people that you are pleasing, from the beginning they might be like, okay, this person is just being nice, but gradually, when you are constantly saying yes, they will notice a pattern. They say
mm,
one time is a mistake, twice is coincidence, three
mm,
times is a pattern. So they will
mm,
notice that pattern, that okay, this person, this kojo, if I ask am to do anything for me, he go actually run am for me. So why I go stop when I don
mm,
see free helper? You get?
mm.
So
Yeah.
friends, they will use your life like mad. So I feel like, as people, that is my own 2 cents. Because I remember you said we wanted the whole um recording to be short, so we shouldn't prolong. But yeah, I feel like my 2 cents is we should learn as a people, and as Gen Zs, or as people that are going to take higher positions in the future, to learn to say no. Because if you don't, you go suffer and you no go anywhere. You go cry. You go cry and you no
Mm,
go anywhere. But yeah,
mm.
Can I like?
Oh,
Can I also just say though,
yeah.
um, like as everybody has said about like the whole people pleasing thing, I feel like we too, like people, I think we should try to help these people pleasers,
Yeah. When
IGE
you
included.
see the
Sorry, I
pattern.
say IG, IE. I mean, like sometimes you also like have to just, you know, like Kojo said, you have a friend that is always doing this for you, and then you keep like try to not always do that. Try to make them feel like they actually matter. Like it's not because of this certain thing they are doing that you like them. If it's because of the
Mm-hmm.
thing they are doing that you like them, then honestly I don't know if you call that a friendship. But if you know that genuinely like this is why you are doing this, I mean like you actually
Mm-hmm.
like this person because of just the person, like make them feel seen, make them feel loved, that oh,
Yeah.
it's not because of whatever you are giving me, like it's just you as a
Exactly.
person, it's just your vibe as a person. So like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should help too, because sometimes it's hard to just break the pattern. Like we can all say, oh my god, I'm not a people pleaser, or I don't like people pleasers, or I was once a people pleaser. Like it's still like you need to still stand up and like help others that are still like kind of struggling with that situation, to like tell them that okay, almost sometimes you have to say no to me, like almost
Stand up
sometimes
for
you have to
yourself.
stand up for yourself, like
Mm,
actually challenge these people to do better for themselves. Like I think
yeah.
that's what I want to say.
Yeah. That makes so much sense. Just to buttress on one thing Kojo said. First of all, working overtime is not like it's a bad thing. So, but I feel like when you do it under duress, You understand? Working overtime could be a good thing. Like, especially if you're like really chasing a goal. I feel like it's when you are doing it just because you want to please someone. Working overtime for yourself, like to achieve your goals and your dreams, like burning that midnight candle is a good thing. You understand? I just wanted to buttress on that point. And again, I like the fact that a lot of shift is happening in Africa and generally like the world. But at the same time, I feel like you always have to like, even when you see like this thing happening to other people, not just when it happens to you alone, you should like also try and stand out from people. Like, if I see people please or something, I might not address it in front or at that point, but I might just call this person by the side. I'm like, why do you always like do this? Like, just try and I don't know, call like one bedroom at a time. Like, try and build someone's confidence, because sometimes it's always very heartbreaking to watch. Like when you see people try so hard to make someone, I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, it's always very sad. So just like
Yeah,
that,
we
your friend,
understand.
that your friend, that your colleague, just try and lean on me, like throw that, throw that hands, like give them hand. We all, no matter how bold you are, like there was a time I know what I did because I joined. I was very active in church from a very young age, and I know things I did. Like I was in creative unit, I was in the choir, like, and then you're like all these hotter people like in those units, and then there are things I did like that. When I look at them, like, why did I even do that? So it feels cringe, So imagine them being older, and then when they like get their self confidence or like realize what they're doing, imagine how they will feel. So please, let's show them a rope. Let's help them. Oh my god! Does anyone have any other thing to say? I think Jamie unmuted your mic previously.
Yeah, it means that with like in the workplace, right? I know
Mm-hmm.
it's always good to like put in extra effort, extra hours, but almost sometimes remember that you're not a machine, my
Period.
guy, my girl. Sometimes that extra hour you're putting in, almost go use and sleep, go use and chop.
Mm-hmm.
In case you don't understand, I said go and use it to sleep, use it to eat. You get, sometimes your body just needs rest. And the thing is, no matter how committed you say you are to the project, if you drop down today, even if you're in the hospital for like 6 months, your company would survive.
Replace.
They would look for
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. You get, so just as much as possible, even with it also comes with people pleasing, because that's
Mm-hmm.
when you want to overdo, you want to
Yeah.
beat every deadline beforehand so that they can know that, it's you that walk past. You get, once you notice, I feel basically once you notice you are doing things out of the ordinary and you're doing it for like validation, right? Just cut down on it, especially when it really harms you. And most times, people pleasing always takes its toll. So yeah, even in offices or no matter the kind of extra effort you want to put, sometimes just take a chill pill and chill. Yeah,
Yes,
that's just what I
please,
wanted
please.
to add.
Very important. As Abbas baby said earlier, you only have one life to live, my bro. You only have one life to live, my sis. You only have one life to live, that young teenager listening to this. Just live for yourself. Self-love. See, you are worth every single thing
Live
you
for
are. You are
God,
beautiful,
live
you're
for
bold,
God,
you're
live
bright.
for God.
You said?
Thank you, champion. Thank you, champion.
I said live for God,
Live for God and
live
for
for
yourself.
God.
See, I believe we all have God in us. If we are living for ourselves, we are living for God. What's it called? We are all made in the image of God. So we are gods. So
Preach,
basically,
Pastor.
live for yourself, live for God. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Glory.
As I was saying, just try and be happy. Just try and live your life the best way you can. Please, please, please. See, you are beautiful, you are bold, you are bright. Listen to the Bible.
Oh,
Read everything. God love is enough for you. You don't need that validation, I promise you.
Yeah,
Well,
and if
this is
if
this.
Hollywood movies are anything to go from, once you step out from that people pleasing phase and there's a line from one of my favorite books: trust yourself and believe in your source. So once you step
oh,
out of that people pleasing phase and you trust in yourself and you believe in your source, you will know that you are it now. You would see it. And even that person that you've been trying to get their attention, they too, they will see it. So, like Dotun said, you are
Wait, that
it,
sounded
man. So,
familiar though. Where is that? Where is that line from?
honey and spice.
Huh. Okay.
So yeah, you do not need. You do not. Is oh, I'm not. This is not. The thing is, people now get it wrong. This is not for you to now say, oh, I'm a 10 out of nothing, and your character is now shitty. This is not a. This is not a pass for being a maybe selfish, rude. People
A
were just
nasty
cutting.
person.
We're just cutting out people pleasing. That's you trying to do something to seek validation. But you can still be a good person, you can still be humble, you can still have good character traits without pleasing every single person around you. You get so
Mind
yeah.
you, even when you, I prefer instead of you people pleasing, why not self develop? Like self development is a thing. Like make yourself better. Like if you know, okay, you're lagging in some parts, work on that. Than trying to kiss asses. Make them want to try and kiss your asses. So that's just it basically. This is season 3, guys, and we are going to bring in more of all these unsolicited talks and shaking those tables. I think it's a wrap. A lot is going to be coming. We have a lot of things packed for you guys. A lot of people are going. We're going to go. We're going to bring in guests. I think we didn't. Did we bring in guests throughout season 2?
Yeah, we had a few guests.
In season 2,
Yes, we did.
we did. Wow. I thought we didn't invite anyone. But season 3, we are inviting a lot of people. We're talking about everything. And I think we should, like, don't worry. Everything is shall coming. But for now, it's au revoir. Guys, I think that's all for now, right? Please, you guys should follow.
Kwaheri. Take care of yourself, guys. Drink water and
We
mind
have
your business.
we have new Instagram page, we have Facebook page, we have Twitter page, we have follow us on Spotify, follow us on YouTube Music, follow us everywhere. Tell your friends, tell your family, spread the gospel of the 20 Talk podcast, and of course, your life will never remain the same. Guys, so it's bye bye. About you know, go tell your people bye bye. Could you know go tell your people bye bye?
Bye.
Bye bye, au revoir. Bye bye.
Bye bye,
Adios.
dude.